Hello class, so let's continue our discussion with process costing, and now this module talks about the preparation of cost of production report using the first in first out method. As said from the previous module, so equivalent units of production may be calculated in two ways. So first is the first in first out method, or FIFO method, which is covered in this module. And the first one is weighted average method, was discussed during module 3. And so before discussing how to prepare the cost of production report using the first in first out method, let's try to differentiate the two. So the FIFO method generally considers more accurate than the weighted average method. So in effect, cost accountants favored the first in first out method. Yan. So according to the slide, actually, but for me, hindi lang yung dalawang yan yung difference ng FIFO. So according to the slide, and remember, the slide is from the textbook of Garrison and Norin. So according to that book, so una, magkaiba yung FIFO and weighted average in the way the computation of equivalent units. So that is correct. Actually, later, pag nagdi-discuss na tayo, makikita nyo na ang difference lang ng EUP between weighted average and FIFO, nandun lang siya sa beginning EUP ng beginning inventory. So number 2, the way in which costs of beginning inventory are treated. Ang assumption kasi sa FIFO, di kagaya doon sa weighted average. Sa weighted average, regardless kung ano man yung percentage of completion dun sa beginning inventory, pag weighted average, we assume started siya during the period. So ang binibigay mo sa kanya or inaalat mo sa kanya ang percentage of completion is always 100%. Pero pagdating sa FIFO, hindi ganun. Kasi nga, ibig sabihin ng FIFO, first in, first out. So in effect, bago natin i-produce or i-convert yung actual units ng started units, kailangan tapusin muna natin si beginning inventory. So in effect, so yung cost dun sa yung prior period cost dun sa step 3, mapupunta lang lahat yun kay beginning inventory. Hindi kagaya pag weighted average. If you remember how to compute for the cost per EUP, pag weighted average, yung prior period cost, ina-add natin dun sa current period cost. So in effect, ina-average mo yung cost per EUP. Pero pagdating sa FIFO, hindi. Yung cost ng beginning inventory which incurred last period, doon lang siya ma-identify sa beginning inventory. Ang gagawin natin, yung kulang na product cost, kasi nga, di ba, hindi pa siya 100% complete. So, in effect, pwedeng dagdagan siya ng direct materials, pwedeng dagdagan siya ng conversion cost. Yung cost nun, i-add natin dun sa cost ng prior period para maging complete yung beginning inventory. So, in effect, separate ang accounting dun sa beginning inventory. Separate din ang accounting dun sa unit started natin. So, dahil iba yung way in which cost of beginning inventory are treated, yung computation natin ng cost per EUP magkaiba. Kapag weighted average tayo, di ba? Pag weighted average, yung cost per EUP natin, paano natin kino-compute? Yung yung cost ng beginning inventory or prior period cost, ina-add natin dun sa current period cost, i-divide natin dun sa EUP na weighted average way yung kinumpit natin. Pero pagdating dun sa FIFO, first in, first out method, yung prior period cost, ito, cost lang yan ng beginning inventory. So, in effect, para makompute natin yung cost per EUP, pag FIFO, kasi sabi ko kanina, separate yung accounting mo dun sa beginning inventory. So, paano mo makomputein yung cost per EUP? Ang gagawin lang natin dyan, yung numerator natin, instead na prior period cost plus current period cost lang siya. di-divide natin ang EUP ng FIFO. Bakit ganun? Kasi pag weighted average, tignan mo yung EUP ng weighted average. Di ba pinagsasama natin yung EUP ng beginning inventory na ina-assume natin na 100% plus yung started and completed. So in effect, lahat ng EUP ng beginning tsaka started, ina-add natin. Di kagaya pag FIFO, yung kulang lang dun sa EUP ng beginning inventory, ang dinadagdag ko. So in effect, yung EUP sa FIFO, yun lang EUP for the current period. Hindi natin sinasama yung EUP from the prior period. So therefore, if that is the case, dapat kung ganun yung assumption mo sa denominator, ganun din yung assumption mo sa numerator. Kaya ang computation mo ng cost per EUP dun sa FIFO, dapat current cost lang. Kasi yung EUP mo, current cost lang. Hindi kaya sa weighted average, yung EUP ng last period na nandun sa beginning inventory, sinasama mo din siya. Kaya yung numerator mo, cost ng prior period plus cost ng current period. So, dun sila magkaiba. Ayan, so I'm going to answer, or I'm going to discuss first in, first out method using the same problem. Although, do sa textbook natin, there are some other problems requires the use of first in, first out method. Pero to compare lang, para ma-compare nyo lang yung weighted tsaka first in, first out method, same problem lang yung gagamitin ko. Anyway, naka-Excel naman siya. So, you can check the formula dun sa Excel kung paano siya kino-compute. And pag nagsasagot kayo ng handout, pwede nyo rin itry yung pwede nyo rin i-check yung computation nyo using dung sa Excel format. Yan, basahin ko lang. BDB company manufacture its one product by a process that requires two departments. The production starts in department A and is completed in department B. So, dalawa yung department natin. So, para maging finished goods, kailangan dumaan sa department A, dadaan din dapat sa department B. So, direct materials are added at the beginning of the process in Department A. Bakit at the beginning of the process? Actually, yun kasi mga assumption na yun, depende kung anong type of business process model or kung anong type ng product na pinoproduce ng company. So, assuming ang ginagawa mo is potato chips. Syempre, doon sa Department A, ang ginagawa mo doon, binabalatan mo yung patatas, kinakat mo yung patatas, niluluto mo yung patatas. So, in effect, yung direct materials niya added at the start. Kasi kung hindi siya added at the start, ano yung hihiwa? Ano yung ikakat mong potato? Ano yung ilulutuin mong potato? So, ganun ang nangyayari dyan. So, sabi niya pa, ayun, sa Department A yun. So, ngayon, may problem naman na added at the end. Ang question, bakit added at the end? Kasi baka yung department na yun, halimbawa, ang materials lang niya. Kasi, balik tayo dun sa example nating potato chips. Ngayon, pagdating sa susunod na department, yung direct materials mo, added at the end. Bakit added at the end? Kasi yung niluto mong potato chips, ilalagay mo na dun sa packaging niya, dun sa lalagyan, dun sa wrapper. O syempre, ilalagay mo lang siya dun sa lalagyan pag 100% complete na yung potato chips. Ayun. So, added at the end. Ngayon, meron namang mga klase or type of inventory na yung additional direct materials nakadepende sa certain criteria mo. Halimbawa, sabi niya dyan, so sa Department B daw, ina-add mo daw, sabi niya, additional direct materials are added when the process is 50% complete in Department B. So, kung tinutukoy dyan na 50% complete, yung conversion cost. So, kapag 50% na complete, yung percentage of completion ng conversion cost, that's the time ina-add mo na 100% kasi wala naman siya sinabing ibang criteria, yun lang. 100% nung direct materials na dun sa Department B. So, bakit may mga ganong senaryo? Kasi di ba ang example na lang para mas madaling maintindihan. Kunyari, nagluluto ka. Di ba sa pagluluto, meron kang step by step. Kung sabi mo, halimbawa, pag malambot na yung karne, dun mo ilalagay yung patatas, for example, or kahit anong gulay. O, pag lumambot na yung karne, ang assumption natin, 50% complete na yung niluluto mo. So, that's the time lang, ina-add mo ngayon yung additional direct materials, which is dun sa example kong pagluluto, yung patatas. So, parang ganun. Pero hindi natin masabi kasi hindi naman sinabi sa problem kung anong type of products yung kino-convert niya. Ayan. So, usahin ko ulit. Conversion costs are incurred proportionally throughout the production process in both departments. So, ibig sabihin ng proportionally ulit, nakadepende dun sa percentage of completion na ibibigay dun sa problem. Yan. So, additional information for the units. Sabi niya on April 1, Department A had 500 units in work in process, estimated to be 30% complete for conversion. So actually same lang to sa weighted average. Department B had 300 units of work in process, estimated to be 40% complete for conversion. During April, Department A started 2,000 units and completed 2,100 units. Department B completed 2,000 units. The ending work in process inventory on April 30 on Department A, The ending work in process inventory on April 30 in Department A is estimated to be 50% complete for conversion, and ending work in process inventory in Department B is estimated to be 70% complete for conversion. So take note, last time, pag weighted average, dun sa yung percentage of completion ng beginning inventory na 30%, tsaka tong 40%, in-ignore natin yan sa weighted average. Kasi nga, basta weighted average, ang i-assign natin na percentage completion dun sa beginning inventory is always 100%. So in effect, parang current period mo siya ni-start i-convert o i-produce. Pero pagdating sa FIFO, hindi. So, magmamatter ngayon or i-consider ngayon natin yung percentage of completion ng beginning inventory. Yan, the cost sheet for Department A. The cost sheet for Department A shows that the units in the beginning work in process inventory had 2,750 in direct material costs and 1,494 in conversion costs. The production costs incurred in April 1 were 18,000 for direct materials and 21,000 for conversion. Department B's beginning work in process inventory on April 1 was 61, of which 42 was transferred in costs. It incurred 37,920 in direct material costs and 24,434 in conversion costs in April. So yung requirement is same sa Module 3. So we are required to prepare a cost of production report for Department A and cost of production report also for Department B. Yan. So let's start. Doon tayo sa first department. So syempre, yung first step natin is compute for the total units to account for. Same lang to dun sa weighted average. So meron tayong beginning inventory according to the problem na 500. So yung started natin is 2,000. So therefore, hahanapin natin yung 2,500 na yan. So yung breakdown ng 2,500, kung saan napunta yung 2,500, makikita natin dun sa step 2. Dun din tayo sa step 2 nagko-compute ng EUP. Yan. So ito yung step 2. So beginning inventory natin 500. So given doon sa problem na yung transferred out is 2,100. So kung 2,1 yung transferred out or completed unit sa Department A, tapos dun sa step 1, ang total units to account for natin is 2,500. So syempre lagi namang pareho sila. So 2,500 din yun units as accounted for. So 2,500, 2,1 lang yung transferred out, 2,500 lahat. So ibig sabihin 400 yung ending inventory natin. Out of 2,1, 500 is from beginning inventory. So yung 1,600 manggagaling dun sa unit started. Kaya ang title niyan is started and completed. Now, punta tayo dun sa percentage of completion. So yung started and completed, always 100%, same with weighted average. Bakit ulit 100%? Kasi ngayon mo sinimulan yung started, ngayon mo din natapos. Kaya kasama siya dun sa transferred out. Ngayon, pagdating dun sa beginning inventory, titignan natin yung percentage of completion niya. So, according to the problem, dun sa beginning inventory or for direct materials, yung direct materials in the first department is added at the start. Yung beginning inventory nipo-produce mo na siya o you started converting the beginning inventory last month. So last month, ending inventory mo siya. Hindi mo siya natapos, kaya hindi mo siya transfer sa Department B. So this month, beginning inventory mo siya. Eh sabi natin, yung direct materials added at the start. So ibig sabihin, last month pa lang o last April pa lang, 100% complete na siya as to direct materials. So wala na tayong idadagdag na direct materials this period kasi lahat ng direct materials niya na-add na natin last month. So therefore, for this month, ang i-assign natin na percentage of completion sa kanya is 0%. Kaya 0% ang nilagay ko dito. So, EUP computation, 500 actual units, i-multiply natin ng percentage of completion. So, ang EUP niya for this period is 0. Yan. 0 yan. Ngayon, pagdating naman dun sa conversion cost, so according to the problem, yung conversion cost daw ng units sa beginning inventory is 30% complete as to conversion. So, para maging 100%, kailangan pa ng additional 70%. So, heto ngayon yung 70%. Kasi yung 30% na ibigay na last month. So, para maging 100% siya, kailangan na lang ng additional 70%. So, 70% times 500, that's 350. So, the rest, the same dun sa weighted average natin. So, tignan mo si ending inventory. Ang nilagay ko na percentage of completion for direct materials is 100% kasi nga added at the start. Eh yung 400 na units na to, manggagaling yan dun sa unit started. Kasi di ba remember sa step 1, we have beginning inventory plus started. So yung beginning inventory mo, 500. So yung started mo, 25. So yung 400 na yan, nanggaling dito sa 25. Eh, kailan mo nilagay yung direct material? Siyempre, this period. Kaya 100% siya kasi added at the start. Kahit hindi pa siya tapos, ba't di pa siya tapos? Kasi 50% pa lang ang conversion cost niya. Kaya hindi pa siya nakasama dun sa transferred out. So, dito muna siya sa ending. Next month, magiging beginning yan. So, next month ulit, 0% ulit ang percentage of completion niya for direct materials. Tapos, 50% ang magiging percentage of completion for conversion cost. Kasi 50% pa lang ang na-add natin this month. Yan. So, given naman din yung 50%. So, 400, so, times 100%, 400. 400 times 50%, 200. So, ang EUP natin for direct materials, this is 2,000 for conversion cost. This is 2,150. So, ito yung FIFO. Ngayon, pwede rin natin i-convert yan sa weighted average. Kasi nga, ang difference lang nila, if you go back to the weighted average computation, yun nandun lang sa beginning inventory. So, kung gusto ko siyang i-convert into weighted average, so, ilalagay ko lang yung EPUP do sa beginning inventory. Ano yun? Siyempre, yung hindi natin sinama. For example, sa direct materials, 100%. So, 500. Kasi 0 yun eh. So, ibig sabihin, yung 100% of 500 last month yun. So, hindi ko sinama yung 500. Pagkatapos, yung 30% ng 500, which is 150. Let me check kung tama yan. 500 times 0.3. So, tama. 150. So, lalabas, this is 2,300. So, this is 2,500. So, pag chinek nyo, dapat ito yung EUP natin do sa weighted average. So, yung weighted average, pwede rin natin i-convert into FIFO. So, 2,500 lang minus 500, 2,000. 2,300 minus 150 is 2,150. Meron kasi mga problem, he will ask you to convert or to compute for the FIFO EUP for example. Pero ang gipin lang sa'yo, yung weighted average na EUP. So, ganyan lang siya ginagawa. Ayun. Ayan. So, next, compute for the total cost to account for. Same lang naman yan do sa weighted average. Kasi parang in this step, we are just trying to determine as of the end of month. So, ano na o magkano na yung na-incur natin. So, add lang ulit yung prior period cost. 4,244, 2,750, tsaka 1,494. and also yung current period cost, which is 39,000, 18,000, and 21,000. So, hahanapin natin dun sa step 5, itong 43,244, just like yung weighted average method. 4 is to compute for the cost per equivalent unit. So, diniscuss ko kanina na kapag FIFO, ang numerator lang natin is current period cost o yung cost added during the period. I-divide natin doon sa EUP computed doon sa step 2 using yung FIFO principle. So, yan. Okay, so ito yung computation ng cost per EUP. So, as you notice, I highlighted the current period for April kasi yan yung one of the difference between weighted average and FIFO. So, ang numerator ng cost per EUP natin is current period cost lang. So, hindi ko sinama yung cost incurred sa beginning inventory. So, that is 18,000 for direct materials and 21,000 for conversion cost. Ang equivalent units, this is computed sa step 2. So, galing to sa step 2. Ito naman from step 3. So, 2,000 into 150. So, 18 divided by 2,000, that's 9. 21,000 divided by 2,150, that's 9.77. So, if we add, that's 18.77. So, itong 18.77, pwede lang siyang gamitin if the EUP for both direct materials and conversion costs are the same. So, magagamit lang natin yung 18.77 na yan pagdating dun sa started and completed. Kasi sila lang yung laging 100%. So, pagdating dun sa beginning inventory and ending inventory, as long as they are not the same, we cannot use this 18.77. So, separately natin kukumputin yung cost ng direct materials at conversion cost ng beginning at ending inventory kapag hindi pareho ang EUP. Yan. Gawin natin yan sa step 5. Yan. So, ito yung step 5. So, medyo nadagdagan ako konti. Kasi nga, tatapusin muna natin sa beginning inventory. So, kumpitin natin yung additional cost ng beginning inventory. So, yung beginning inventory, so yung direct materials, if you look, nilagay ko directly dyan, yung direct materials prior period, kasi automatic dyan yan sa beginning inventory. So, 2,750. Ngayon, ang EUP for direct materials for April is 0, kasi nga added na siya last month, diba? So, times 9, 0 yun. So, yung conversion cost ng March prior period, sa kanya lahat yan, sa beginning inventory. So, ito yan. For April, nagdagdag tayo ng additional 150. So, itong 1,494, yan yung cost nung 150 na EUP nung last March. Yung 30%. So, yung 70%, 350 yun. So, ang cost this month is 9.76744. So, pwede nyo i-round off. So, lalabas, that's 3,419. So, in effect, if we add 3,419, yung na-incur ngayon, plus yung cost ng prior period, which is 1,494 tsaka 2,750, ang total cost ng beginning inventory natin is 7,663. Ayan. 7,663 siya. So, yung started and completed natin, syempre ngayon lang natin siya na-incur. So, if you notice, 1,616 yun, pareho. So, pwede natin gamitin actually yung total nung cost, multiply lang natin sa 1,6. Sabihin, pag pinag-add natin to, multiply by 1,6. Kasi same lang naman yung EUP ng direct material saka conversion cost dito sa started and completed. So, for illustration purposes, para maganda lang, pinaghiwalay ko lang siya. So, direct materials, 1,6 times 9. So, that's 14,400. 1,6 times 9.77. That's 15,628. So, if we add these two, ang cost nung started and completed, 30,028. Ayan. So, if we add 30,028 tsaka 7,664, that will give us 37,691. Ayan. Ngayon, yung ending inventory, magkaiba ulit ng EUP, 400 lang for direct materials, so that's 9. For conversion cost, that's 200. So, 9.77 times 200. So, 1,953 yun. So, on direct materials, 36. So, if we add, ito yan. Yan yung 5,553. So, if we add 553 tsaka itong 37,691, that will give us 43,244 na same dun sa total cost to account for dun sa step 3. Sa step 3 yan. So, 4244. So, wala silang variance. Walang pinagkaiba. So, in effect, tama yung cost allocation natin. So, yan din yung tinatawag na reconciliation. Ayun. Now, yung journal entry, the same din so sa weighted average. Siyempre, may iba lang yung amount kasi naiba yung amount nung transferred out natin. Yan. Second department. So, yung started for the second department, transferred in ang tawag kasi transferred out dun sa previous department. So, sa department B, which is the next department, transferred in siya. So, dun ang galing yung 2-1. So, given yung 300, yung 2-1, hindi. Kinumpit natin from our computation dun sa department A. So, ang total units to account for is 2,400. Next, ito. So, beginning inventory, 0% kasi according to the problem, basahin ko lang, yung department B completed, Department B had 300 units in work in process, estimated to be 40% complete for conversion. So, 40% lang yung conversion. Eh, di ba remember assumption sa Department B, kapag naka 50% siya, dun ina-add yung direct materials. So, last month, 40% lang ang conversion mo. So, ibig sabihin, wala siyang direct materials last month. Eh, kailan siya nag 50%? This month. Ba't siya nag 50% this month? Eh, kasi 40 siya, dinagdagan natin ng 60. Kasi nga, para maging 100. So, ibig sabihin, ngayon lang natin na-satisfy yung criteria na pag nag 50%, tsaka siya lalagyan ng direct materials. Kaya ngayon lang, magkakaroon ng 100% percentage of completion yung direct materials. Kaya 100% yan. So, 40% last month. So, para maging 100, kailangan pa ng 60% dun sa conversion cost. Kaya yan yung 60%. So, started and completed, or pwedeng palitan yung started, transferred in and completed, pwede yan. So, laging 100%. Ayan. Ngayon, yung ending inventory, nakadepende dun sa percentage of completion. So, sabi, ang conversion cost mo daw is 70% complete. Ito yan. So, syempre, umabot na ng 50%. Kaya 100% na yung direct materials ng ending inventory. Kaya 100% yan. So, multiply lang yung actual units na 300 times 100%. That's 300. 300 times 60%, that's 180. And the rest, ganun lang din yung gagawin. Ang pansinin nyo yung transferred in. So, kapag weighted average, pag transferred in, always 100% din itong nilalagay natin percentage of completion. Pero kapag FIFO, yung kulang lang ulit. So, laging tatandaan na yung beginning inventory, yan yung end last month. So, last month, 100% complete yan as to transferred in. Kasi ang tinutukoy dito na percentage of completion, yung percentage of completion from the previous department, which is Department A. Eh, bago napunta yan sa Department B, 100% complete yan sa Department A. So, last month, binigyan na siya ng percentage of completion for transferred in as 100%. Kagaya nitong ending. Tingnan mo yung ending ko, 100%. Kaya next month, 0% yan. So, 0 ngayon yun. So, the rest, kasi yung 1.7 tsaka 400, nanggaling yan doon sa 2.1 na tinransfer this month from Department A. Kaya ngayon siya nag 100%. Kaya 100% yung started and completed, 100% din yung ending inventory natin na 400. So, lalabas, ang total EUP for transferred in is 2.1. So, ito lang yung technique dyan. Kapag weighted average, yung total EUP ng transferred in is equal dun sa total units to account for. Ayan. Ito yung nandun sa step 1. Ayan. Pero kapag FIFO, yung total EUP ng transferred in dapat equal lang dun sa units started. So, yun din sa step 1. Ayan. So, pag tinignan natin, burahin ko lang to. Balikan ko lang yung ginawa natin dun sa step 1. Diba? Sa step 1, step 2 na kasi ito eh. Step 1, so meron tayong beginning na 300, tapos meron tayong transferred in na or started na 2,1. Kaya ang total dito 2,4. So ang transferred in, pag weighted average, itong 2,4. So kapag weighted average, ito yung EUP ng transferred in. Pero kapag FIFO, ang transferred in dapat equal dito sa 2,1 na to, sa started. So kapag FIFO, ito yung EUP ng FIFO. EUP ng transferred in pag FIFO. Kaya equal yan sa 2,1. Ayan. Okay, class. So, next step na tayo. Step 3. Ayan. So, dadagdagan lang ulit yung column natin. So, meron tayong prior period na transferred in cost for 2. So, syempre, walang direct material last month. So, 0 yun. So, walang cost yun. So, yung matitira, kasi given yung 6,1. So, yung difference ng 6,1 tsaka 4,2, that will be conversion cost. So, current period cost, itong cost uling to, nanggaling dun sa step 1. Sa Department A pala. So, ito yung transferred out cost dun sa Department A. Siyempre, makikarry forward sa Department B. So, ito naman yung additional cost for Department B, 37 tsaka 24,434. So, ang total current period cost natin is 100,045. Ngayon, so ang total niyan, add lang 106,145, 41,891, 37,920, tsaka 26,334. So sa Department B, ito yung magiging journal entries natin. So una, syempre mare-receive natin yung units dun sa Department A. So ito yun. So magde-debit tayo ng WIP, Department B. So that is 37,691. Tapos credit tayo ng WIP, Department A. This is 37,691. Siyempre, isang beses lang gagawin yan. Number 2, siyempre, meron tayong additional cost na 37,920 tsaka 24,434. So, debit tayo ng WIP, Department B. Add ko na lang itong dalawa. 37,920 plus 24,434. So, 62 yun. 62,354. So, credit ako ng raw materials inventory. Itong 37,920. Tapos, credit ako ng, actually, dapat wages and salaries payable and factory overhead applied. So, wages and salaries payable and factory overhead applied. Kaya lang, ginagsama na kasi doon sa problem. So, ito yung 24,434. So, ang ini-entryhan lang yung current period cost. Kasi itong 6,1 na to, na-entryhan na yun last month dito sa entry na ginawa natin sa step 2. I mean, hindi itong 62, pero yung amount na additional cost doon sa last month sa Department B din. Ayan. Next is compute for the cost per equivalent units. So, syempre, yung equivalent units natin is for the current period lang. So, yung numerator natin dapat for the current period lang. So, 37,691 divided by 2,1. So, 17.95. 37,920 divided by 2,4. That's 15,8. 24,434 divided by 2, 160. Lalabas 11.31. So, add lang natin yung tatlo. Makukuha natin yung 45.06. So, yung principles na diniscuss ko kanina sa step 4 sa Department A, pareho lang din sa Department B, syempre. Ang nadagdag lang naman dyan sa Department B, itong transferred in. Ayan, so ito yan. So, if you look at the Excel or the slide, so nadagdagan lang ako ng transferred in. Ayan. So, pero pareho lang din. So, transferred in dun sa March, syempre din natin kinumpit yung EUP nun. So, wala na. Bigay na lang natin sa beginning inventory kaagad. Transferred in for April, wala, syempre. So, di ba 0 yun sa step 2. So, 14.950 yun. Direct materials, March, last period, wala. Kasi nga, wala pa siyang direct materials last month. So, 0 ulit. Pero sa April, binigyan natin ng 300 kasi ngayon siya naging 100%. Ngayon niya lang na-satisfy yung criteria na 50%. So, 15.8 per unit. So, 4,740 yun. Conversion cost, last month. So, sa kanya lahat yun, 19. So, for April, nagdagdag tayo ng additional 180. Ito yung, tama ba ako 70%? Or ano? 70% yata yan. So, 180 times 11.31. So, 2,036. So, ang total ng 2,036, 19,474, tsaka 42. Itong 12,876. So, yan yung magiging cost ng beginning inventory natin using FIFO. Started and completed. So, pare-pareng 1,7. So, pwede sanang gamitin dito yung total. Itong tatlo. Nung 17.95 plus 15.8 plus 11.3. Pwedeng mamultiply na lang sa 1,7. Lalabas pa rin itong 76,602. Pero, kinumpit ko lang separately. 76,602 plus 12,876. Lalabas yung transferred out na 89,478. Ending inventory. So, ending inventory, so transferred in. Direct material, same lang sila. Actually, pwedeng i-add itong dalawa. Tapos multiply ng 400 since same lang naman. So, separately ko lang din kinompute for illustration. So, 400 times 17.95, 7,179. 400 times 15.8, 6,320. 280 times 11.31, 3,167. So, ang total ng ending inventory natin is 16,667. So, 16,667 plus 89,478. Ang total niyan is 106,145. So, pinakita ko lang din ulit yung total cost to account for dun sa step 3. So, step 3 ulit galing to. So, 106,145. Sa Excel, nakalink yan actually. So, para same lang dapat. Kaya, yung difference, 0. Ibig sabihin, na-account natin yung 106,145. Ano ibig sabihin na account? So, nasabi natin kung saan napunta yung 106,145. So, yung 89,478 napunta sa transferred out. Actually, ito na yung last department. So, itong transferred out na to, magiging finished goods inventory na. So, yung ending inventory, 16,667 pa rin. So, doon sa previous slide, na-entryhan ko na yung current period cost. So, after step 5, ang magiging journal entry ko na lang para dito sa transferred out. So, magiging journal entry dyan is debit to finished goods inventory. Finished goods inventory kasi last department na to. So, that is 89,478. I-divide natin ng, divide. Credit ako ng WIP, Department B. This is 89,478. So, pwede ko na ngayon makompute yung cost per unit ha, hindi cost per EUP. Kasi finished goods na to eh. So, pag tinanong ka sa problem, kano yung cost per unit ng finished goods inventory mo? Eh di 89,478 lang. I-divide ko ng 17 plus 300 ba yan? 17 plus 3. Sorry, 2,000 pala. So, yun. Kasi, 300 ang beginning inventory plus 17. So, 2,000 yung actual units ko. So, balikan nyo na lang para ma-check kung tama. So, 2,000. So, lalabas, ang cost per units natin is 89,478 divided by 2,000. That's 44.74. Yan. So, dito tayo magbe-base ng selling price. Kasi baka sabihin sa problem, magkano i-charge mong selling price? Eh di, yung finished goods inventory, multiply na natin ng 1 plus yung target gross profit rate. Halimbawa, 30% yun. So, 44.74, multiply natin ng 1.4 para may 40% profit siya. So, makompute mo yung selling price per unit. Okay, meron pa kayong question, just let me know. So, yung next slide naman is accounting for losses na. So, yun. Ayan, so comparison costing method. So, in a lean production environment, ibig sabihin ng lean production, merong smooth yung production, so walang losses. FIFO and weighted average method yields similar unit costs When considering cost control, FIFO is superior to weighted average because it does not mix cost of the current period with cost of the prior period. Kasi nga, separate yung accounting for beginning tsaka dun sa started and completed. Yan. And on module 4, in case you have question, just let me know. Thank you and aral pa more.